If you're looking to quit alcohol in 2025, and you probably know you should give up, but you don't think the benefits are going to outweigh the negatives, then in this video, I have got 3 pillars which will definitely change your mind. And if you're still not convinced, the last pillar is sure enough going to convince you that the time is now to give up. So today, normally I just speak off the top of my head, but I'm going to actually cheat today. Got some notes on my phone. I hope you don't mind. So let's get into it. So the first one is finance. So if you look, am I going to put it here? I think I'm going to put it in the top left. You will see how much money I have saved in the last 4.5 years from not drinking. Now, I have put an average of £100 in a week, which I would usually spend. I would probably argue that I'd spend a lot more than this, because if you're anything like me, someone who's going out drinking every single weekend, £100 isn't enough. You do find that you spend sort of like maybe £20-30 on taxis. It feels so weird saying pounds because I've been living in Australia for 6 years, but yeah. Then you're looking at cocaine, if you're a cocaine user, if you're a smoker, and then you've got the aftermath of the hangovers, where you're ordering on Uber Eats, you're getting takeaways, you're buying chocolate, sweets because your body's so depleted. So I've just said an average of £100. Now, that is £5,200 a year. And I've actually done a bit of maths by here. So that is £5,200 a year spent minimum. Now, I'm not going to get into the details. If you invest this money over time, you'll get X amount because of compound interest, but you get the point. Now, another point I want to touch on. I'm actually living in Bali at the minute, and I am working on my YouTube channel. I'm working on coaching clients. I get to do what I want every single day. I go to a great gym. I eat out every single meal. I drink coffee twice a day. I've got a scooter. I drive everywhere. I basically just do what I want. Now, I'm spending £1,200 a month, living the life of my dreams, in the sunshine, the best gym you can even think of, the best food you can think of. I don't have to worry about it. But I just want to put it into context, because I don't drink, I'm saving so much more money than other people who live here. Now, I spend £1,200 a month living here. If you're living in the UK, depending on where you're living, £1,200 is just going to pay for your rent, your car insurance, your travel, and just food. Here, I'm doing everything. My friends are spending £2,000 a month minimum here. Now, that is because they go out and drink. I'm spending almost half of what they're spending. So if you're someone who's stuck in the UK and you want to go live a better life for yourself in Asia, for example, and you want to do like 3 to 6 months out, if you don't drink, you can have a lot more freedom in your life. So, I mean, we all crave freedom at the end of the day, don't we? Like, I crave freedom over anything else. I've always wanted like a really expensive car, a really nice house, to go on these flashy holidays, have all the designer clothes that I want. But now actually living in Bali, driving a scooter everywhere, eating out every single day, like I'm completely fulfilled because I've just got pure freedom. I get to do what I want every single day. So that was the first pillar of finance. Now, we're going to look at health. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably don't really care about health that much. You might be in your 30s or 40s and you might not have had a health scare. So you're probably not really aware of how much damage drinking and doing drugs is doing to you. But as you get older, you're at more risk of cancers. Now, alcohol, obviously, causes liver cancer. actually causes throat cancer. And here's the big one. Drinking alcohol actually causes high blood pressure, which causes you to have heart attacks. So there's a good chance if you keep drinking, you could get into your 50s and one day you'd have a heart attack. And that is something you want to be aware of. But not only are you preventing these illnesses and diseases, you are actually making room for yourself to actually work on your health, not prevent health issues. Now, you're going to be left with a lot more energy and you're going to be left with a lot more motivation and a lot more time. Therefore, you're going to have more time for going to the gym. You're going to prioritize eating clean because by going to the gym, you automatically start eating clean. Don't ask me how, but you just become healthier. Your sleep gets more dialed in. You'll spend more time cooking. You'll be wise with your eating options. So you're eating clean. Personally, myself, I've started yoga. I've got into yin yoga now, and I like it because it's a deep stretch between 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm working on my mobility, my flexibility. I'm stretching. This is something I previously just wouldn't have time for. So as we get older, it's very important to stay nimble because when we're stiff, it's going to be harder for us to walk. Oh, and we're back. Do you know what happened? The SD memory card just got full there. When I'm filming in 4K, not that you care, it absolutely chews through memory cards. So, okay, where were we? Stretching. So as you get older, I'm 35, just turned 35, and I just feel so bloody stiff. Even though I'm kickboxing, I'm just so stiff. Like, I remember last year, I went to put my shoes on, I bent over, and I did my back over. Now, this would not be a problem normally if I was in my day job and I could take sick days. But this actually happened on the weekend. So Saturday morning, I'm about to get my coffee, the favorite part of the day. I bend over, go to do my shoelaces, and my back goes. Now, stretching, I've made a priority. It's going to pay dividends as you get older. As you get older, you're just going to get so much more tighter. So that's just one example. I'm not going to go too deep, but you will make time for your health. You can go to the gym or you can start classes. We've talked about this. You can go to jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, boxing. You can go to a running club. Now, if you follow this channel, I hope that you don't go running because running is a little bit, I'm not going to say the word because I'll get banned, but yeah, you don't want to run. It just does nothing for your body. So when you give up drinking, not only are you going to prevent diseases, heart attacks, you're actually going to make time to get healthier and you're going to look better as well. If you're getting older and you're putting a bit of weight on and you want to look more attractive and gain a partner, then I would strongly recommend you make more time for your health. By quitting drinking, you'll be doing that. Okay, and the last pillar is productivity. Now, if the first two haven't convinced you to stop drinking, then what I'm about to tell you in this point will surely do that. So I've got a bit of an equation. I'm going to have to read this out on my phone. So I was losing about 3 days a week from drinking. So when we look at 3 days over 52 weeks, that's 156 days. Now, 156 days means that I was running at 57.3% of my potential each year over a 15-year period. So that means every single year I was leaving just over 40% of my potential. Bearing in mind, from the age of, say, 16 to 30 and a half, I was losing that. So that was about 15 years. So over the last 15 years, I've lost 610% of my potential. Now, bearing in mind, these days were my weekends. So I'm losing this on probably the only free time I get to myself to pursue what I want to do, spend time with friends, learn to make money, work on my body, work on myself. So the only free time that I'm actually getting from when I wasn't a slave in my day job, I was completely written off. So I was just basically working, paying my bills, not improving in any area of my life, which, might I add, you can probably relate. You probably go into a job that you don't really like, and then you're spending time with people you don't really like, doing things that you don't know why you're doing, and you're starting to dislike. So just put that into perspective. What are you leaving on the table each year? And if you weren't leaving that on the table, would you be in the situation that you're in now? Would you be stuck in your hometown? Would you be stuck in that job where your boss tells you what to do and they decide when or when not you go on holiday? Ask yourself that question. Now, this point, I can't stress how much this could make or break your life. I am absolutely so thankful at the age of 30, I woke up and stopped drinking. From the age of 16 to the age of 13, I just thought that I wasn't good at anything. Anything I tried, I would never be good at. This was just completely not true. Do you want to know the real reason why I wasn't good at anything I did? It's because I didn't do it consistently and I didn't do it with focus. And to be good at anything in life, you need to do it long enough and you need to be focused when you're doing it so you continually improving. Now, I used to go out all the time, drink, take drugs, and do you know what? I had a really funny realization when I was doing this, is that I got a new haircut one time where I was styling my hair like a different way. And then I'd gone on a bender all weekend. And then Monday morning, I went to do my hair for work. And I couldn't actually remember how I was meant to style my new hair for my new hairstyle. It's because obviously when we sleep, I think our brain like stores the information that we've learned and like processes it. But because I wasn't sleeping, my brain just wasn't processing it. So I wasn't learning. I know that's a very strange point, but it's the truth. I literally couldn't remember how to do my hair with my new hairstyle because I'd been out all weekend and not slept. So if you can imagine learning a new skill, kickboxing, training to be an electrician, no wonder I wasn't really good at these things. It was because I was just completely obliterating any progress that I was making. And can you actually imagine the damage that you'd be doing to yourself? If you think that you're not good at anything, you just think that that's just you. Anything you try, you won't be good at, so why bother doing it? But it's just not the case. You just need to attack things with consistency and focus. And I can promise you, coming from someone who's now 4.5 years sober, who's completely transformed their life, has a YouTube channel, has been fortunate enough to quit their day job and go live their dream life in Bali, I can tell you that I am good at stuff. And when I do it consistently for a long enough time, I do get good at it. And I am having to rewrite these limiting beliefs in my brain. So if there's one reason for you to stop drinking, it's because you need to change your beliefs around the things that you're doing. And if you want to do well in this world, you have to be good at something. Now, there's a very good chance that alcohol is keeping you in a caged life. Last year, I was in such a caged life, I actually feel sick when I think about my life. When I look at my videos of the content I was making and the place that I was in, I actually feel like sick that I was a 34-year-old man just being an absolute slave, doing a job I hated with people I didn't like. So I have created a 7-day video course, 22 modules for you to stop drinking without Alcohol Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous. I've left a link in the description and I will see you tomorrow for another daily video. Thanks for watching.